You're listening to TRAXXfm's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at traxxfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at TRAXXfm Official.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. This is W Talk on Trax Momentum. I'm your host, Anil, on the mic. Now, in today's edition of W Talk, we'll be speaking to a very special, unique personality who specializes in underwater photography, which is in line with our topic of discussion today, the wonderful underwater world. Now, the underwater world is something that is hardly explored because there are some territories that still haven't been captured on camera yet. And this, opens up a space for us, an opportunity for us, unveiling a wonderful world beneath the waves. And to talk to us in detail about this, I have on the phone lines our special guest, Nurul Yazid, who is a professional underwater photographer. Nurul, good morning and welcome to W Talk.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me. I'm good, thanks.
All right, great. All right, Nurul, now, before we jump into the nitty-gritties and the details and the technicalities and the aspects of it, can you perhaps give us some information about yourself? Tell us about yourself as a professional underwater photographer.
Okay, I'm from Subang Jaya, and I've been doing this for 14 years, professional photography, and I try longer than a week, or I get the itch. I always have to get in the water. Nothing makes me happier than being down there, seeing all the fishes around me.
Okay.
I was born to do this, yeah.
So the sea was calling you. The ocean drew you to it, yeah? In a very subliminal way. And talk to us about your journey on, how did you get drawn upon? I mean, how did it begin? What were your challenges? And how did you sort of gratefully saw to it that this is something that you want to do?
Okay. I've always been a water baby. I started swimming at a very young age. And when kids in school, growing up, people wanted to be doctors and lawyers. I wanted to be a dolphin trainer.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. I was always different. And, but, being an Asian with typical Asian parents, it was a definite no-no. So my parents thought, I grow up, be a dolphin trainer. So I took an office job like everybody else. I was a good daughter. I listened to them. And I quietly, behind their backs, got to do an open water license.
Okay.
And only after I got my license, I told them about it.
Okay.
They were not happy, but, there's nothing they could do. So once I got my license, I was hooked. Any long weekends, any vacation, I was in Perhentian Islands diving. I was just so in love with it. And the thing I love about it is people always ask is that when you're snorkeling or when you're visiting an aquarium, you're just a visitor. You're just seeing them from above. But when you're scuba diving of that world, the fish around you don't care you're there. They just do their thing about it. You just one with the ocean. You become a part of the turtles and the sharks swimming around. So anyways, I got really hooked and I decided, okay, I'm going to do this. So I quit my job, packed my bags, moved to an island and became a dive instructor.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And then from there, I bought a small, tiny camera. It was just to capture memories. Anything I saw, I just snapped here and there. And over time, I got better. And one random day, a magazine came and asked me if they could publish my photos. And, one magazine became two became three. And then people started approaching me, asking me if I could teach them photography. And so from there, that's how my photography career started.
Nice. I liked it when you said that you wanted to become a dolphin trainer, because I can relate to you as well. Because one of my first movies, watching as a young kid, the 3 movies actually. The first one was Jurassic Park, second one was Free Willy, and the third one was Lion King. And out of these three, there's all animal films. For some reason, I don't know. These were the first three movies I watched. And Free Willy made me cry. The moment when the boy sets Willy free into the ocean made me cry. And I kept telling my parents that someday I want to touch a whale, but I've never come close as of yet. How close have you got to coming to a dolphin, Nurul?
Oh, very, very close. I've had a dolphin smack me on the head.
Ouch.
Accidentally. Yeah.
Okay.
I get smacked by animals quite a lot, yeah.
I guess you love it too because you're passionate about what you're doing, so you just brush it off your shoulders. Now, let's talk about the equipment that you use. What sort of equipment do you typically use in your line of work?
Basically, any DSLR that any professional photographer on land uses, right? I use a Canon R5 full-frame mirrorless. So any DSLR you can find in the market, that's fine. Yeah, housing.
Okay. And
so you need the camera.
Okay. And how do you keep it away from getting infiltrated with water? How do you keep it waterproof? Is there any protection that you put around the camera, or are these cameras already waterproof, water resistant by default? Enlighten us.
Oh no. So it's just a normal DSLR that anyone uses. Okay. Then you have to buy a special underwater housing.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so there are a few big brands out there, a few known brands. So you buy one of those, different brand, different housing for specific cameras. Yeah, so they have O-rings, they have vacuum pumps to protect and seal your camera so it doesn't flood and get wet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just additional bells and whistles just to ensure that the camera doesn't...
Yes, and then additional lights, video lights, strobes. It's a monster setup that we bring down there. It's a lot of things. I travel with a lot of weights when I fly. Yeah, a lot.
I can imagine. And capturing the beauty of this hidden world. I believe it doesn't only require a strong hold of technical skills in terms of photography, but also a very deep understanding of aquatic behavior as well, understanding of marine life, right? In anticipation to capture these moments, okay, and put things into perspective and show it to the world. Let's go in for a quick break, and when we come back, Nurul, you'll tell us more about your favorite underwater species that you would love to take a picture of, okay?
All right.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who just tuned in or already tuning in, thank you very much. I'm now speaking to Nurul Yazid, a professional underwater photographer. And on today's edition of W Talk, we are speaking about the wonderful underwater world. Let's go in for a quick break, and when we come back, we shall resume with the discussion. Keep it right here on W Talk at TRAXX Momentum.
Inspiration, achievement, experience, motivation, empowerment. All this on W Talk every Friday, 11:15 a.m. right here on TRAXXfm.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to W Talk on TRAXX Momentum. I'm your host, Anil, on the mic. And on the phone lines with me today, I have Nurul Yazid, a professional underwater photographer, and she's speaking to us about the wonderful underwater world. Nurul, welcome back to W Talk.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anil.
You're welcome, Nurul. Nurul, yeah, so we were speaking about just touching on having an understanding of aquatic life to be able to take beautiful pictures and capture moments. Do you have a favorite marine species that you would love to take pictures of?
It's a tough question. I love them all. Okay. But if I absolutely had to pick, I would pick sharks.
Sharks? Okay.
All kinds of sharks.
I kind of saw that coming, but okay. So, okay, give us a list. Give us a list of the types of sharks that you've actually taken pictures of.
If I were to list that, it'd probably be until tomorrow.
Oh, really? Would you?
Yeah,
are you one of the lucky few that's actually held onto the hammerhead shark and swam with it?
We don't touch marine animals.
Oh, okay.
No.
So that's a no-no, huh? Okay.
No, it's a no-no. We respect them. We're visiting their home. We would just watch them. We don't touch them.
Okay.
But I have dove with hundreds and hundreds of hammerhead sharks. I just did that a few months ago. Yeah.
Okay, so you have taken pictures of hammerhead sharks as well?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the things you need to consider Give us a perspective right now. We want to dig deep into Nurul's head now. When you want to take a picture of a shark, how do you prepare yourself? How do you prepare your, is there a regimented approach? The things you prepare in terms of your equipment or...
Okay. Well, the thing is, it's usually sharks are very fast. So I like the challenge because they're very shy, unlike what you watch in movies. They're nothing like in Jaws. They are scared of us. They don't like us. They see us. They swim away.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So you kind of have to approach them slowly and let them know that we're not here to scare them. We're not here to harm them. We just want to quietly photograph them. Basically, you respect them and then they'll respect you. So I approach them slowly. And then, if they're resting, I come slowly, approach them from not from behind. I want to scare them. You see in the corner of the eye, you approach them from the corner, and then you can, once they're comfortable with you, you can stay there and take a photo of them.
Okay. And now,
those are for the resting sharks, yeah.
Okay. Anything else you wish to add about the sharks?
No, it's just they're fast. I like the challenge. You usually in currents, you have to fight the current. It's not easy to get a good shark photo, so I like the challenge of that.
Now let's talk about locations. Are there any particular locations that you find being the most captivating, or rather, I should say, it's in the part of the wish list of an underwater photographer, and in this case, your wish list?
My wish list. I would love to one day dive the Galapagos. I've not done that yet. Okay. Galapagos, Cocos Island, again, for the hammerhead sharks. But places that I like to dive, Indonesia. They are right in the middle of the Golden Triangle with the healthiest coral reefs. So if you want beautiful corals with vast marine life, Indonesia is definitely the place. In fact, I'm in Indonesia right now.
Yes, I was told by my producers that, you are speaking to us from Bali?
Yes, right. I'm in Bali right now.
Okay. Yeah. So do you have any diving to do today in your agenda?
No. Well, because of this interview, I'm diving tomorrow.
Okay, so you bumped your diving assignment tomorrow then.
Yes, it's all right. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about the challenges that you faced. These challenges are the things that actually give us that fulfillment, that we're content with what we want to do. Despite of whatever the challenges that are ahead of us, we still overcome them because we love doing the things. And I think you are maybe a testament to that. So talk to us about some of the challenges that you faced as an underwater photographer. Maybe perhaps you encountered an unexpected situation while shooting underwater. And how did you handle it, Nurul?
Okay. Of course, when you tell people you're diving underwater in deep water, everyone thinks it's dangerous and, anything, which is actually true. I'm not going to guess. There are currents, storms, all kinds of situations happen. So you guys have to learn to prepare. If there's a strong current, you have to know where to hide behind a rock, how to maneuver around it, and read the weather. I've been fortunate not to have encountered any bad situations because I'm what you call a safer. I always prioritize safety. It's so much money to go somewhere, and regardless of the weather, they'll still jump in. I'm not like that because I'm very blessed to be able to dive a lot. That I have the privilege to say no and postpone and come back later. Okay. So, for me, safety is everything.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you very much for giving us some insights on that. Let's jump in for another quick break. Nurul, when we come back, we shall resume with our discussion, all right?
All right.
Okay, I'm now speaking to Nurul Yazid, a professional underwater photographer, and she's sharing with us on the wonderful underwater world. Let's jump in for another quick break, and when we come back, W Talk will resume.
Inspiration.
Achievement.
Experience.
Motivation.
Empowerment.
All this on W Talk
Every Friday, 11:15 a.m.
right here
on TRAXXfm.
Welcome back to W Talk on Tracks Momentum. I'm Anil on the mic, your host for the show, and on the phone lines I have Nurul Yazid, a professional underwater photographer, and today Nurul is speaking to us about the wonderful underwater world, and she's unveiling to us a wonderful world that is actually beneath the waves. Nurul, welcome back to W Talk.
Thank you, Anil.
Okay, now, Nurul, the intriguing challenges of actually mastering buoyancy, light diffusion, and also sometimes adapting to the very unpredictable nature underwater can be a challenge. So how is it that you approach composing a shot underwater?
In general, I usually plan my shots in advance.
Mm-hmm.
And if I will ask the people there, what am I going to see down there? What's to offer? What are the dangers? They usually tell us in advance. So I try to plan it in my head before we go down.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, it doesn't always turn out that way. You could go down and everything is completely different. So you have to start strategizing. And then I think it's just to approach everything slowly.
Mm.
And the key is with underwater photography, you need to know your camera very well before you shoot.
Yeah.
You need to know where all the buttons are. You need to know, and also you see on land you can spend 8 hours trying to shoot a giraffe, but underwater we only have as much air as we have in our tank.
Mm.
So 50 minutes is all you have, 40 minutes to shoot a subject.
Okay.
Which is why you need to know your settings. And then when you see a shark swimming, sometimes you have 10 seconds of the shark, so you have that 10 seconds to get everything right.
Right, so you got to be really quick. So it's very, very unlike wildlife photography on land, where you see photographers just sitting right there with their equipment set up and just waiting for the moment to unfold in front of them, and then they capture them. But you just have a short window for as long as your gas tank has a good supply of oxygen.
So sometimes when I have a project and I'm shooting a fish, I'm diving every day for 3 weeks trying to get that one fish. Because sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not there. Sometimes, they move around. It's not an aquarium. It's the open sea, right? So sometimes 3 weeks just to get a photo of one.
Wow. 3 weeks just to get a picture of one. And what, do you dive multiple times a day, or does a day only permit you as underwater photographers to dive once? So do you do it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. We usually do three to 4 dives a day. Yeah, that's plenty. It's very tiring. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about marine conservation. In the line of work that you do, capturing all these beautiful pictures and showing everyone what's down there, the underneath world, the unexplored territories that many have not been to. Do you think these initiatives or these pictures that you capture helps in marine conservation?
Definitely. Because in general, I don't speak for all humans, but in general, people don't care about what they don't know. Example, everybody knows what a panda is. Yeah. Everybody knows what a tiger is. So when you say, pandas don't eat this, everyone will care, they'll pay attention, they'll listen. But when you tell them coral reefs are dying, it's struggling, people they can't relate to it because they don't know what people are talking about. They've never seen a coral reef, with their own eyes. So they just can't relate. And then when they don't relate, I won't say care. I mean, that's a harsh word, but they just, I guess, in a way you can say they don't care, right? When they don't know about something. So I try not to just show the negative part of the ocean. If I just show the destruction, people tend to brush off negative photos, negative images. So I try to add stories to my post, tell them about this shark, tell them about turtle, to get people and see the beauty. And that way they understand that all these animals actually have personalities, or they do matter in the ocean. And then hope that even if it hits 1 or 5 or 10, if it affects 5, 10 people, it gets to them, then they will care about the marine environment more.
What is the harshest reality that's facing marine life that you've seen that you want to send out as a message to everyone?
Harshest reality is
Because
restriction.
we hear things like ocean thrash, floating. We hear
Okay.
and we see once in a while we see a video pop up going viral of some nature conservatives trying to save a turtle that's got a straw stuck in her nose, or we see maybe sometimes dolphins maybe stuck tangled in some illegal nettings or things like that. And these things go unknown until or unless some video comes out in the limelight and we get to know about them. Tell us something that you have seen that you think it's really important for you to get the message out there. The things that we're doing as human beings are really affecting underwater life.
Okay. For me, I think what I've seen a lot is plastic bags.
A lot of them, huh?
The heavy use of plastics. I have personally seen a turtle choke on a plastic bag
Ouch.
because plastic bags tend to resemble jellyfish. So a sea turtle would think he's eating a jellyfish, and then he tries to swallow the plastic bag, and he's just choking. So yeah, we've had to literally pull a plastic bag out of a turtle's throat. That was not easy, but we managed to do it. And in general, I've been doing this professionally 15 years, and in the 15 years, you can see just fish population. It is heavily deteriorating.
It's on the
You
decline.
see less and less fish on the coral reefs. Yes, fast decline.
Okay.
Yeah, and that affects the corals. It's just, when when they throw nets to catch trawling. Have you heard of trawling? When they throw this huge net to a certain type of fish, but the nets will just drag everything.
Yes.
So they end up turtles, sharks, things that they don't want.
Ends up catching everything that it finds along the way. Just drags everything along in the net.
Yes. Yes. And then when they pull the net up, all these fish come back in the sea. Yeah, so trawling is a serious issue. That's affecting the coral reef.
So which alludes me to my next question. What's a specific message that you're trying to send across with your work of underwater photography?
Wow, that's a specific message. I think that a lot of people think it's a very difficult job. A lot of people have asked me. I think anyone can do it. You just need to put the work in. Don't give up. No shortcuts. Just bring a camera. Don't give up. Go down. Go diving and just shoot.
Okay.
At some point, someone will approach you and ask to publish a photo.
But in terms of your personal work, Nurul, the kind of pictures that you take, what is that? Is there an intrinsic message that you are trying to, propagate to the general public?
Okay, so the message I'm trying is that the ocean is beautiful in itself, that we take care of the ocean. If not, my photos that will be it. 10 years, 15 years, my photos will be the only thing that you can see. The last shark, the last turtle. Yeah.
Something from the past, right? They say a picture speaks 1,000 words. And I think if we don't conserve our underwater life, well, then it will be something from the past and nothing we can live to cherish for the present moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be like another dinosaur.
The debate continues if dinosaurs ever existed, but at least now we know we're living in the present. And yeah, dolphins, marine life, beautiful. I was watching a documentary a couple of days ago on the Great Barrier Reef. Beautiful, beautiful living organism on Earth, and so much of, underwater life there, thriving underwater marine life. And I think every child deserves to grow up someday going there to see that, right?
Exactly, I agree.
Yeah. Nurul Yazid, thank you very much for setting aside your time and having this conversation with us from across the seas. I have to say, metaphorically, you are literally talking to us from across the ocean. And I think if you were underwater, maybe, it would have been bubbles that we were hearing right now. But it's okay. Thank you very much. You have a lovely day. We wish you nothing but the best in all of your endeavors and continue doing the great work that you're doing, Nurul.
Thank you very much, Anil. It was a pleasure.
All right. You have a great day. Take care, Nurul. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, and that was Nurul Yazid, a professional underwater photographer. Today, we delved into the wonderful underwater world with Nurul Yazid. She shared her insights and the intricacies and how she prepares her gears and before she composes a shot. And she also was very candid with her opinions and her thoughts on what's happening out there in the marine life and why we should all perhaps stop using plastic bags. Yeah, Producer Rose, less plastic bags. Bring our own bags and reduce plastic as much as you can. And like she said, she once even saw a turtle getting choked because of plastic. That's really, really sad. You can catch a replay of this conversation on our official YouTube channel at TRAXXfm, RTM, that is. And henceforth, all of our interviews and special features will be featured on our YouTube page, not on our Facebook page, until we say so. Keep it right here on W Talk at Trax Momentum.
You're listening to TRAXXfm's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at traxxfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at TRAXXfm Official.